You are listening to High School Formula, where sports is the plane, comedy is the pilot, and the sweet chica is our jet fuel. Please sit back and enjoy the ride.
You know what I used to tell people my dream job was? To work in a hospital and to be able to say if you could take your child home or not after you pick the name. And let me tell you, they would not have been left the hospital. It has to phonetically make sense and just not be stupid. It can be related, it can mean something, it can be in other languages. It has to phonetically make sense in one of the 8,000 languages of the world.
So basically, hey, but it's like this name's not good enough. I like to direct you to my directory of porn stars.
No, I wouldn't even do that because that's at least with porn.
Middle name will be Rose.
Yeah.
See, Aaron wants it to be where he's like, man, if my dream job would be a job where I can have a magic moment every time I do my job.
No, it wouldn't be a magic.
What you trying to name your kid?
No.
They're calling Adda?
No, as soon as they say, I'm not gonna repeat the name. I'm gonna say, go back to the drawing board. Child not approved to go home yet.
You cannot spell China with a Z.
Exactly. You cannot spell Suave with an F. I had a kid named Suave in Oakland with an F.
Alright, we are in the debate section. Our first topic of the debate section is the New York Giants. Was Odell Beckham Jr. wrong for what he said, and who's to blame for the dysfunction presently in New York?
You gonna start off by saying what he said?
Odell Beckham Jr., basically, to paraphrase what he said, is he said he would like to run deeper routes. He'd like to get those deeper routes. He likes the short routes and being able to take it to the house. He said that's fun, but he wants to be schemed open easier down the field to where he's not always running across the middle for his life. And to take more shots downfield, essentially, is what he really was talking about. He wants to see more shots downfield. He said, with the way they're scheming things, Eli's not going to run. He's not mobile anymore. He never really was. And can he still sling it? He's like, yeah. He said, he can still sling it, but we're just throwing short routes. And I think it was, for me, what he said, I don't think was inappropriate. I can understand why people might think, but honestly, he spoke his mind. He was tactful, and he was diplomatic about it. And the blame should squarely fall on the management in New York. This is a management issue. This is not a player going rogue issue to me. Aaron, I'll let you. I don't have a different take on it.
Yeah, my take is that he was wrong. Because that's not the football way of doing things. That's the NBA way, and maybe a lot of other millennial way, but that's not the football way of doing things. Football ways, you don't throw anybody under the bus. You don't talk about everything is handled in-house in football. I don't know if you know this, but when Marshall Faulk and Kurt Warner that year, when they were rolling us to the greatest show on turf, and they both got hurt that one year, like after 3 straight years of being the greatest, highest offense, it was because the offensive line was shitty. They both got hit, and Marshall Faulk tore his ACL. Kurt Warner broke his thumb. It was all offensive line fault. And I remember they did an interview. Both of them sitting there with casts on and all that. And they kept trying to get them to say something bad about the offensive line, just being like the weak point, them missing out games. Marshall Faulk had to get held back by Kurt Warner. He wanted to fight the interviewer because he's like, don't ever ask me to throw one of my teammates under the bus. Don't ever. I don't care what happened. They working hard like we worked hard. Don't ever do that. They left. He ripped off the mic, threw it down. He was trying to fight the dude. That's the football way of doing things. You don't sit there. You handle everything in-house. Yeah, guess what? This year, you might be great and everybody else might be shitty. But next year, you might be shitty and they carry you. Next thing you know, you might get carried off the field crying. Guess who was there? Hitting your shoulder pads, helping you out. Who helping you in rehab? Who beside you putting in the work with you? Then none of his teammates threw him under the bus when he decided to take all the wide receivers the 3 days before a playoff game and go hit the goddamn ocean on a boat in Miami.
I'm going to Cabo.
And go to Cabo. None of his teammates threw him under the bus though. None of his coaches threw him under the bus. You handle everything in-house in football. You don't bring it out. Football is family.
Unless you average in 1 yard carry, then you're not in the family.
Then you just cut. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with cutting. You cut people out the family in a minute. I cut my nephew out my family.
Or unless you live on Aaron's block and your uncle sold your speakers because he needed drug money.
Yeah.
You argue about to pull a gun out on the porch.
No, you already pulled the gun out. You mad at your grandma because you already got it cocked. Because she's standing in between you and the uncle and it's cocked.
Okay, so, you know.
So, family, until that family until that family do something to cross you. Once you cross the family, you ain't family no more.
You got to die.
And the uncle crossed the family by lying and selling the speakers.
All right.
And Odell crossed the family.
I'll let you say that. I put the blame on management and Eli Manning.
Are we talking about the blame for them being sorry?
No. Sorry.
Because I'm gonna blame them. Wait. You just said manager. You added Eli Manning to it. Hold on.
No.
You just trying to sneak that in there.
So my issue is like I don't think Odell Beckham. I understand what you're saying, and that wasn't the best way for him to handle his grievances. Granted, you have to understand we are in an era of player empowerment where they have LeBron James, Derek Jeter have started different media platforms independent of any other media platforms that allow them to do interviews and speak their mind and express themselves. Now, I'm not saying that all these motherfuckers need to be expressing themselves and that we should listen to everything these motherfuckers got to say. That's another issue. The consumption level of our society is something that we can debate next time. But what I will say is he didn't say anything that was abrasive. He didn't. The fact that he sat there in that seat and answered those questions next to Lil Wayne. I don't understand why that little nigga was there. Sorry, I said nigga, but I don't understand why that. Like y'all are like 12 years apart in age. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne is probably on methadone right now. I'm just playing. Sorry about that, Lil Wayne. I don't think I'm the best. Lil Wayne, come on our show, sponsorship.
But you trying to say he on some harder shit if he on methadone.
Right, he probably just drank some lean. I didn't see the whole interview. I was like, does he talk in this interview at all? But I guess there's like another like half hour where it's more both of them talking. But I was like, he's sitting there just like he. I'm like, he ain't got nothing to say. He just there like a little hype man, just sitting there chilling. And I was like, this is weird. But I think the fact that he was there doing the interview, answering the questions, is the issue because it makes your teammates question: Are you really here? Are you like The fact that it's being questioned, that's the issue. But he didn't say anything that was too bad. Now, the people I blame for the New York Giants, I don't know if y'all agree with me, is the management and Eli Manning to a degree. If you're the CEO of the company and something goes wrong, you take the fall. Eli Manning, you're the CEO of this company. You get paid like the CEO of this team. You are the highest paid player on your team. You are the player that is given the most credit and, for some reason in New York, not given the most criticism when your team is bad. Because you won 2 Super Bowls, they protect you, they baby you, they let you sit there and do whatever you want, and you don't come out and like show any remorse. You don't come out and show any like energy or what's the word I'm looking for? Emotion. It was the E. I knew it was the E word. He don't show no emotion about it. He doesn't get fired up. And like you playing with a bunch of dudes who get fired up, man. You gotta show something to say, hey, I need to improve my play. Right now, this team is being held back by my play, and if I don't get better, we will not be better. That defense carried him 2 years ago. All right. Odell Beckham Jr. making big plays and him having talent around him have made him better. And him having an easier offense where it's just him catch it 2 steps to throw every time.
I agree.
But that has also limited the team's ability, just like the Cowboys deciding to be like, we're going to just do run-based offense. We're going to have wide receivers that can't get open on their own half the time.
But you got to also admit, the offensive line can't hold long enough to get it pass down the field.
No, their O-line has been playing well.
The Giants O-line? I'm talking about the Giants.
The
Giants O-line sucks. He's not going to be able to have enough time to throw downfield.
Well, here's the other thing. Is that
so he can't sit there and
but if
you can't throw nobody under the bus.
If you built an offense for the last 4 years around Ben McAdoo's scheme, which you're like, oh, Eli drops back too long and he ends up throwing more picks. So what we're going to do is we're going to make him just throw quickly. That was the reason why they started doing it. It wasn't the O-line not being good.
No, but they're throwing quickly this year because the O-line's shit.
So then they don't invest in their O-line. So that's the management's fault for not investing in the O-line. They invested in Eric Flowers.
We can find a reason with every football team that somebody to be blamed on why they're issue is the Cowboys, Rams. They should have,
when they benched them last year, they should have kept them benched. They felt some blowback, which was natural. There's gonna be blowback for benching your Hall of Fame potential. I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame. We'll get to that another time. But your Hall of Fame quarterback who's won you 2 Super Bowls, or really that D-line won him 2 Super Bowls, but we'll get into that another time. But anyways, you don't do that. And then they're like, oh, we got to start him because, we feel bad for him. And, he looks special, like kind of dumb. He's kind of dumb looking, so like everyone feels sorry for him. And he got that dumbfounded look on his face like he don't ever know what's going on. And so everyone like, give him his job back. He get his job back. The team still suck. They don't draft the quarterback. They get a running back. They're gonna waste his best years because they're gonna be trying to trot this old motherfucker who don't know how to maneuver in a pocket and is gun shy. he starts curling up, taking a sack sooner than Alex Smith used to, which is an amazing thing.
Can you go there without naming people you don't like? Can you see that doesn't help your argument? Because you sit here and instead of it sounding like you making a legit argument on why this is, you take it to this real personal places of players you hate. Like Eli Manning. Then you bring up Alex Smith. This don't have shit to do with Alex Smith. Hold on. You know how I know? Brandon ain't even talking. Hey, Brandon, pour me a brew. Thanks, Brandon.
Aaron spent over $100 on this mic, and he about to have that shit corroded because he keep putting the beer right next to him, splashing beer up on him.
Pour me a brew.
I told you, man. Stone Cold Steve Aaron. Right?
Stone Cold Steve Grayson. Hey, all I'm gonna say is this. Yeah. So, no, Alex Smith. You guys remember when he was on the Niners? They were like, just don't fuck it up. Our defense is like one of the best defenses ever.
We ain't talking Alex Smith.
But I'm just saying, Alex. The reason I brought it up is because I remember I used to watch Alex Smith. And if somebody ran by him on the pass rush, that fool he looked like he was at a.
You know why?
Hold on.
What happened his first years in the league?
Hold on.
What happened his first year in the league before the offensive line got good?
Let me finish. You know, when somebody be in a haunted house and somebody go boom behind them and they do like this thing, like they kind of curl up. That's what Alex Smith would do. Somebody run by him, not even necessarily touch him. He curl up and then he start balling up, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Can I look back up?" And at that point, the second person was coming to hit him, and then he just curl back up instead of being like, "Okay, move away from that. Don't curl up. Don't act like I'm in a haunted house on Halloween night." You know what I'm saying? Make a move. You know, there wasn't a crickety door in the background. There wasn't somebody slamming something. You know what I'm saying? You good, Alex Smith. There's no monsters about to grab you, bro.
Shout out to the New York Giants, man.
Anyway.
I feel like this is the part of sports that I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think, right? Because they won 2 Super Bowls.
They won 2 Super Bowls.
They won 2 Super Bowls in time span the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl. The Bengals haven't won a Super Bowl.
Why you gotta bring up that shit, man?
Because you want to make it personal, and he just made it personal.
The Raiders ain't won a Super Bowl. The Niners ain't won a Super Bowl. Like, the rarity of being a football fan and getting your team to the Super Bowl and winning it is super rare. Like, you just gotta be loyal to those players. Y'all just ready to cut them out at the drop of a dime.
I agree.
I feel like if you're
especially you ain't got nothing in place.
If
you're
you're
gonna cut him off for Geno Smith,
if you're the star player, win 2 Super Bowls, I feel like you deserve every opportunity to keep your job until you prove that you can't even walk out on the field.
Exactly. Unless you got someone there to replace him. Look, the Niners placed Joe Montana when he was still in his prime. You know why? They had another Hall of Fame quarterback right in the wings. Right. Guess what? They had Geno Smith, Jared. You just want to take the argument is, was Odell Beckham right for doing it? I say he wasn't.
No, I didn't say right. Wrong.
Yes, he was wrong.
I don't think he was wrong.
He was wrong. Football's family. Brandon, you were part of football.
Nigga, we gotta talk about what kind of family it is. It's obviously not the kind of family you think it is, nigga. Football family.
It is. It's just like the family I think it is. They don't cut you until you turn on.
We're family.
Football family.
My family stand by me.
Look,
you know how many times? Look, you know how many times I've talked to friends of mine and been with friends that went to go visit family in prison. Were they family members in jail for some of the craziest reasons, whether it's murder, whether it's stealing cheese, whether it's different things. But guess what? They didn't support them because guess what? They never turned on the family. The minute you turn on the family, football family, and you ain't family no more.
Debate question number 2. Are IG models real models? We're going to start with Brandon, who has a very good take. Go ahead, Brandon.
First of all, just my take, I say they are real models. You are a certified artist when somebody pays you for your work. You are a certified model if somebody pays you.
No, you are not a certified artist.
You cannot interrupt.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Certified for your work. You're not a musician until somebody pays you. That's my opinion about it. You're not a professional athlete until somebody pays you to do that shit. So, based on that logic, basically, if you put up a picture and somebody pays you for it, guess what?
Even if they only pay you a penny.
You are now a model.
Even if they only pay you a penny. So by your definition, a penny makes you a model.
Yeah.
Yes, very low standards.
First of all,
Brandon got a business degree. He knows this.
They got low standards too.
And then most of these people, anybody with over 100,000 followers, anybody over 15,000 followers, they're getting $2,000-$3,000 a month just on their IG page at the minimum.
They are not models. They are a step above porn stars. Now, you want to call them a porn star, like a porn model, yeah. Because when porn stars do modeling for different companies, Page, Playboy, Hustler, Blacktail Magazine, yeah, they models at that point in time. They'll still call themselves a porn star, you know. So let's just call Instagram models what they are. Women showing ass, okay? That's what they are. You want to call them a model just because someone put a camera in front of your face? Look, just because a nigga put on a hat don't make the nigga a cowboy, right? You know? Give a nigga a hat, he a cowboy. That's what Brandon's saying. Got me saying the N-word. That's how mad I am right now. I made the whole show into the last goddamn, it's probably like 10 minutes show, and now I'm over here acting a fool because of Brandon gonna say Instagram models are real models. No, they not.
You said you feel the first time.
How many of them got? Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Models get pictures taken. Models get hired for someone else to take pictures of them. Instagram models take pictures of themselves and hope somebody pays them for it. That's the difference. Models like who are working for Ford modeling agency and shit like that, they get paid from their companies on retainer just for being a model, right? They get paid to show up at events and Instagram models. If you got to buy your own clothes to model, you aren't a goddamn model.
Independent models.
No, super. And you're not looking at how much money they bringing in. You're not looking at how independent model. What kind of bullshit is that? No, man, that's the same shit. Is an Uber driver a professional driver? Yes. Not the way they fucking drive. They ain't Brandon.
When you get in the fucking
accident. Goddamn, that Cutty bang ain't half bad.
When you get in the fucking accident, they're gonna call you a professional driver. When you pay for the insurance for that shit, you're gonna be a professional driver.
No, you're not. No, yes, you are. When you get in an accident, your insurance ain't calling you a professional driver. No, you ain't got professional insurance.
That's what you have to get.
You ain't gotta get shit, nigga. You know that as well as I know that. He about to make me go off, Jerry.
Yes, I will say this.
You better come in and talk.
There are different variances of models, so I agree with both points. I do agree that the ones who blow up and get enough followers and that people send them products to wear or, send them places to like travel and, there is a market for that and there is a certain modeling. I think what makes you a model is also the contract you sign with these people of how you present their product with your body, using your body to model the product. So there's that. But do I think the majority of these people that we see like on these gossip pages talking about like so-and-so, these athletes dating these Instagram models, most of them are just probably some fine-ass women or some beautiful, bad women that are like have 10 to 25,000 followers because they're fine, and that's the way of media these days. Just go. And
what the hell is that? In my chair on podcast.
I think I just shit myself trying not to talk about what I saw on TV. But yeah, no, but I do agree with Aaron. Like, there'd be a lot of these just random people who, because they got a couple thousand followers and they be posing half naked or wearing bikinis all the time, showing their body in their bathroom. They all of a sudden call themselves a model, Instagram model. So I think they're, it's like anything. You need to find some standardization and some ways of recognizing whether or not.
Not according to Brandon. He just want everything to be independent.
Because you could.
That's why we stuck with Uber drivers tolling up the roads that can't drive. Uber and Lyft drivers.
Yeah,
they can't drive, Brandon.
Messing up my Instagram feed. Clogging up my Instagram feed.
Fucking up my screen time. I could be doing something positive, but I'm over here looking at women.
I was like, I was trying to look at a nonprofit I could volunteer at. All of a sudden, I'm over here on this woman's Instagram page.
All of a sudden, you ain't lying.
Shout out to the IG models. Come on to the show.
Shout out to IG models. Any IG models come on our show.
First of all, I think y'all underestimating how much money you could make.
I think you make a lot.
I think you're also. I think
I agree. And you don't have to have 100,000 followers.
Okay, but I want you to do this. I will admit that I am underestimating, but I need you to admit that you're overestimating.
Not at all.
Because you are.
Not at all.
Well, you grew up Tiana G. So
no. But much like.
And you think her boyfriend make more money than her? But shout out to Tiana G. Come on our show.
But much like the music industry, there are a lot of people making a lot of money. And there's a bunch of people faking like they make a lot of money, and there's people making no money.
And that's just like the Hollywood
industry. And that's like everything else.
And that's the same thing Instagram is. It's a lot of people that make it seem like they making a lot of money and they not.
That's why I've been actually, honest little tidbit of myself, I've been like unfollowing a lot more people that like I got caught up in the hype.
Nah, I've been following
of the Instagram model shit. And I'm just like, all you're doing is showing the best parts or the perceived best parts and trying to shape what I think is the best parts of life. I don't need that shit in my life.
I don't need it, but you know what? I've been following this relationship with women because I realized
I've been working on my relationship with women.
I took a couple months off, but I'm back, baby. Like the cowboy.
The problem is Instagram. The problem is Instagram. So to get on with the algorithms, to get on more people, to get more followers, especially for like high score 5-0, you gotta follow more people. You do. It's just the algorithm. All about it. It's shitty, but that's the way it works. I mean, blame you people. You guys are the millennials.
judge people's mindset by the first album they bought. The first album I bought was How to Be a Player soundtrack. Master P.
That's the first one you bought with your own money.
That's the first one I bought with my own money. 7th grade. Couldn't tell me I wasn't a No Limit Soldier.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know.
No Limit Soldier.
First
Step on their toes. Punch them in the nose. Hey, all I'm gonna say is this, Aaron. You sound like an old racist white man sitting on the porch.
You know, I sound
every time you
nothing
talk
like
about
that.
generational shit.
Sound nothing like that.
Like,
I know that.
y'all niggas wouldn't know.
You want to hear how old racist white man talk? Then take your ass up to Portland last night, and then they'll show you what a real old racist.
We'll
white
get
man
that. We'll get
Well,
that.
let's get these quick hitters, man.
Quick hitters.
Quick hitters. Brandon only got like 4 minutes before you gotta go.
Hold on,
Let's time, man.
Quick hitters.
Quick hitters.
We got Khloe Kardashian apparently cheating on Tristan Thompson with French Montana.
Tristan Thompson. I've changed on you. You are officially my hero.
You know, I think they're gonna work out the marital issues. Tristan Thompson's not good enough.
You actually give a damn about that?
To leave Khloe Kardashian.
Yes.
He got 85 mil guaranteed.
Yeah, but she still make more money than
See,
him.
that's the reason why she's gonna stay with him and he's gonna stay with her because they balance each other out.
You done got these Kardashians tripping over you. Power to the people. Tristan Thompson, you the real hero, bruh. Hey, man, I'm buying your jersey next week.
It's just a cycle of the Kardashians. I'm tired of talking about them. This is what they do. They get cheated on, they cheat. Either one or the other. It happens. You know what? You're a bunch of fine, half Persian women that look good. Your sister ain't half Persian, but she's definitely doing enough work to make her look half Persian. The Jenner girl. But, you know, you guys are fine. You're good looking. I wish the world was different. Then I would have saw at least a couple of you in porn.
We got Kelvin Benjamin saying no to Josh Allen for running routes before game.
Kelvin Benjamin, I saw you play in Carolina. I saw you play in Florida State, and I see you now in Buffalo. If the water boy throws you routes, you need to go out there and try to catch him.
I'm gonna just say it depends on what part of the pregame it was. Like if I just got done running a bunch of routes, you tell me I gotta run 900 yards right now just so you can get your time around. We had all week to do this shit. You know, why you ask me to run routes? Get the water boy.
It'd be one thing if Kelvin Benjamin was like, hey, man, I can't run routes with you because I need to go hit this treadmill and lose some more weight.
Go out there and run routes because your route running skills ain't good. You need to run routes with nobody out there.
Kelvin Benjamin, you need to make sure you are on the right page with your quarterback. Because before you know it, you're going to be an overweight wide receiver, but a too weak to play tight end, and you're going to be out the league. Get your life right, player. You need a young quarterback that they invested in to want you on their side. Because basically, he is your sugar daddy from here on out.
We need to go to the definition of quick hitters because Jerry gets 2 hitters in all that.
Bang bang. Richard Jefferson said is retired from basketball, said it's time to move on after 17 seasons. I think basketball moved on before he did.
Shout out to Richard Jefferson. I do think you're a coon.
I'm just saying, man. Like, he's 38 years old, man. Dude, he played with Jason Kidd and Allen Iverson. Kenyon Martin.
It's good to see you calling it quits. Stick to the podcasting game. Shout out, come on our show.
I'm just really hoping him and Charlie Villanueva start a podcast. Just call it No Hair, Don't Care.
But I'm sorry to hear about your father. Much love and blessings to you, my brother. But also, it was time.
Andre Drummond. Talking about IG models earlier, man. We got 2 IG models maybe on this showing up to the basketball game.
Yeah, it's funny. Two to a preseason game.
Just trying to see my man get in.
He must have really owed some child support.
Andre Drummond, I'm glad to see you stepped your game up from Disney stars to IG models.
I remember back, it used to be a time when basketball players didn't have to feed on the scraps of IG models and actually got like these fine women and celebrities and things like that. Real celebrities, not the fake ones like Brandon, the contract or independent celebrities that Brandon talked about. Andre Drummond, go call up James Worthy, call up Magic Johnson, whoever you got to talk to, anybody from the 80s and 90s. They'll teach you some things you should know about women.
Antonio Brown apparently his apartment got robbed. I just think with him and like 6 kids, he would have a house, but apparently he has an apartment too. He stole $80,000 in cash.
This nigga got a flop house.
I don't think he can afford an apartment with all them damn kids.
Going to the fun house.
Antonio Brown is his thing, and it's actually insured by the FDIC. It's called a bank. You keep money in it, and guess what? If they get robbed, it's insured. So your money will still be there, Antonio Brown. You fucking idiot.
Antonio Brown, why you need $80,000 in cash, bro? Are you planning to fake your death? Or are you doing a heist?
I hate to say it, there's some people I'm tired of talking about on the show, but we're going to keep talking about them because we need a show. And it's Antonio Brown, Tristan Thompson, the Kardashians, and all these damn idiots out here. Antonio Brown, you a goddamn idiot, dude. The world will be better served when your days are over.
Antonio Brown, keep doing what you're doing because we need a show.
He's on my list that if Thanos want to go ahead, snap his finger as soon as he's done playing, I won't miss him, neither will the world.
That's hilarious.
You hear that? That's me. If I get that video gauntlet, I'm snapping my finger fast. I ain't even thinking twice. But like, Aaron, you might be one to fuck it. In fact, I might just use that shit to make sure Antonio Brown's gone, then I'ma snap. Antonio Brown, Tristan Thompson, a lot of these fools, they about as good as the fools out here on the street. Drake, the only difference between them and the fools out there doing crack is that they got money. They in the same category. I might be snapping about 5 straight times. Just like, shit, man, cut these niggas out.
You like the Nino Brown haircut, but you ain't got the Nino Brown security squad.
He too busy trying to date Instagram girls. He ain't. See, everyone that's fucking on his Instagram girls, Brandon, ain't too bright.
See,
there's a pattern here. They ain't bright.
Let's get these Cutty Corner
shoutouts. Cutty Corner shoutouts.
Brandon got 10 minutes, man. You gotta hurry up. Right. Whatever you doing, hurry up.
We're broken people now.
Yeah,
It's time.
We're burning now. God, if you let it in, hell. So cold and bleeding now. I'm in for this, man. Gonna let you down. He had sex with my mama. We're broken people now. I just said I need a
my Cutty Corner shout out goes out to CBS morning NFL show, Fox NFL morning show, NFL Total Access, Good Morning Football. Anybody doing these stupid ass player profiles every week about the same shit. Like, oh man, we knew he was good because he ran a 4.240 in high school. I was like, yes, okay, good. That's how you determine who's going to be good at football.
that's the reason all high schools run it.
Right, exactly.
There's a lot of fools that run a 4.240 that's working at the car wash
They get their high school friends like, no man, he was just athletic. I was like, he plays for us.
That's the reason. Just like all 300 of the other guys, they are athletic.
I want to talk about how special the guy is. I watched one on Pat Mahomes last week. Oh, Pat Mahomes, his dad was a baseball player, and there was something different about him the way he threw that ball. His dad was a professional baseball player.
He was throwing the ball every day. That's why his arm is stronger than everybody else's.
I know.
The Titans was the lowest scoring team.
I know a million other kids throwing footballs, but sometimes kids just look different doing it, and guess what? Those people become professional athletes and college football players. So I don't need to hear about everybody's story about how fast they used to run as a kid, or how their brother tried to keep them out of trouble, or how their mom, or how they had a single mom. That's no new story. Tell me something new. All y'all reporters are lazy, not doing your jobs. Do some research, man. Find some real good stories, and then I'll start watching again. But these player profiles have got sussed out. Why don't you maintain Teo phone? Why don't you talk to him? See who he's dating. See if you get a picture, a video. Well, you'll see that. So that's the kind of story.
Taylor started a whole MTV show called Catfish, thanks to him.
Or they do some dumb shit like, oh, we're gonna follow Marshawn Lynch to Africa. Like, all right, well,
I wouldn't follow that motherfucker down the street, and he lived down the street. When I saw his Boost Mobile truck parked near, I was like, man, should I park my car about 3 blocks away?
Yeah, man, the United Way, man. Larry Fitzgerald's volunteering at the United Way today.
Hey, that's what that man does. He's a great man, great individual. He ain't messing around with IG models.
That we know of, yeah.
Nah, he a football player, football family.
Yeah, we know.
All right, my Cutty Corner shout out goes out to all the very progressive, left-wing, health-conscious people in the Bay Area, particularly in Berkeley and Oakland. I went to Berkeley Bowl yesterday. I showed up 5 minutes before the store opened, and I felt like the same feeling came over me back in 2000 when I left my house at 12 in the morning to go camp out overnight to get a PlayStation 2 before it came out. I felt like I showed up too late. The store opens at 9. I showed up at 8:55, and I couldn't believe the people waiting out there. The only reason I showed up that early because I was already up, and I'm like, I got somewhere I got to go. Let me just go here now. It was a mess. I was like, dude, should I came overnight? I mean, what are you guys doing? Everybody going in there to get some damn yogurt and quinoa that early?
Don't forget the arugula.
Yeah, oh man, the arugula section. Don't go at night. Put it like this: if you want to make money and you in Berkeley in the Bay Area, you want to make money during the zombie apocalypse. Hook up all the hydro stuff you can, and grow arugula in your house. Because you would take everybody's money and trade all the goods they get. You'll probably have about 5 Saabs and a couple of Teslas at your house. Because they will buy that arugula off you like there's no tomorrow. Hydroponics, baby. Arugula.
I went to Berkeley Bowl on Sunday before Labor Day.
Oh, that was a mess.
Dude, you would have thought...
I went on Saturday before Labor. I went on Saturday because I knew Sunday was going to be a mess.
You would have thought Prince came back from the dead was having a concert. These people were out there deep. I was like...
So I learned a lesson about Saturday. If you go later on, like around 4 or 5 o'clock, it's empty. Just don't buy arugula that day. Just don't buy arugula. They barely held on.
You're funny. Cutty Corner shoutouts. My Cutty Corner shoutout. My Cutty Corner shoutout goes out to Kanye West.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
But she ain't messing with some broke. That's the theme song for Instagram models.
Kanye West. Last week I said I still believe in you. And
Didn't I say it's gonna happen?
That's what I was pointing at.
That's what you pointed at. Talk earlier too.
I was trying to get you to look at that. Kanye West, last week I told you I still believe in you. And I still do. My Cutty Corner shout out goes to you for not taking the time to get a PR person, somebody who can help you condense your thoughts and your ideas into a succinct, directed, and relatively cogent rant, whatever you decide to talk about. Because I heard you go from some good things to some bad things in your meeting with the president this week. Some good ideas, and then some just like asinine ideas. And you said you don't want to think. He kept repeating, I don't want to be constricted by what black people are supposed to think like. What I've been taught that we're supposed to think like. Yet this motherfucker is being taught to think like industry. He kept talking about industry. We need to build more factories, more industry. We'll help. There's 4 million people that could use jobs here. Does this nigga not know that industry and factories are pretty much all automated nowadays? Nigga, ain't nobody getting no jobs. Like, niggas with master degrees are gonna be working at that goddamn job, being like, yeah, I'm an engineer. I make sure the machine don't break. The machine gonna produce all this shit. You keep talking about industry. Nigga, this ain't the 1800s. The cotton gin was not just invented. Okay? We ain't over here Ford Motor Companies in the 1940s and 50s where niggas is actually having to make sure and drill shit on, nigga. This ain't no real assembly line type shit, nigga. It's automated. Get your facts right, man. You made me so mad to hear you say that.
He is pretty ignorant.
I do appreciate that you advocate for mental health and mental wellness.
Yeah, you advocate by showing by example what happened when you don't have it.
Exactly. When you don't get your medicine, this is what can happen to you. You can meet the president. Maybe that is what he's doing.
Man, he like Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump. It's like, can I say he retarded? Man, he met the president, shook hands with Nixon. Act retarded, I'll show. Act retarded. Seem retarded. Kanye West, act retarded, seem retarded. Act like a fool, seem like a fool. Got to shake hands with the president. Talked about the president being a Superman. Talked about the Unabomber. Talked about in a different dimension, he was a Unabomber. Now, you know what? See, this is what I'm saying. See, hold on, let me take out my phone. Let me hit my password 000000. And I wear this hat because it makes me feel like a superhero. Like I have no, my mom and dad split up, so I have no male presence. And my wife's family, male presence. No, that's cool. Don't get me wrong, that's cool and all. I saw the damn video, Jared. Don't think I didn't watch that. I couldn't watch all of it. I can't sit through a lot of BS bullshit.
All I'm gonna say is like he has some great idea, but
that's like listening to David Duke talk. I can't sit through it all.
He called racism an invisible wall. He said black people need to stop having the victim syndrome when he was referencing. They asked him about his time when he was on TV and said George W. Bush hates black people. Back in 2005,
and he said black people more than
and he
Trump.
Called racism an invisible
more than
wall.
Trump. What the fuck he talking about?
My main thing is like Katrina and a disaster like that is a time to be okay to be a victim and need help.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the time to be like we need to stop acting like we victims. No, nigga, we talking about Katrina, bro. Like niggas like that had nothing to do with racial injustice. It might have been affected and influenced how bad it was for certain people because of racial and social injustice, but that was just an unfortunate series of events. They knew it was going to happen, and that's where you can get mad because they could have done more to fix it or tell people to leave, but they didn't.
No, they told people to leave. Don't act like they didn't tell people to leave. But I agree with
they could have done more to
I'm not blaming the victim.
No, but yeah. They could have done more.
Not everyone can leave.
Yeah, not everyone can afford it.
You know what?
They told people to evacuate.
FEMA fucked over afterwards, but they did as much as they could to get them niggas out of there.
I think it's one of those things where you also the government
it's just
has
a
to
situation.
Be like, it's a mandatory evacuation. We have the resources to help make sure everyone.
But when they have those mandatory, sometimes it's hard to get them motherfuckers.
I know it is. Anyways, but so I'm just like that's a time where it's okay. Like his thoughts were so jumbled. I felt like he was on shrooms. The time I was on shrooms where I couldn't keep my thoughts in a coherent effort. I had great thoughts. I had interesting, provocative ideas, but I couldn't put them in a row of sequence that would allow people to understand it and for it to truly make sense and be a way that say, hey, yes, these thoughts are something that can happen. We can, actualize. Can become a tangible reality other than me just like talking like I felt like we should have been in a smoking a blunt out on the back deck of Aaron's apartment talking to Kanye West with what he did at the motherfucking White House. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So so Kanye, get your shit together. Have a cogent and a coherent flowing sequence of thoughts. Don't jump around because what I came away with was that you advocated for more education, more creative forms of education, more healthcare and wellness around mental health. And I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? And you did basically keep Donald Trump from just talking for about 20 minutes, which was actually kind of amazing. But in the end, like, all it sounds like is you want people just to compromise and be moderates, which is what everyone's arguing about anyways. So, like, you didn't really change the game, but the way you talked about yourself, the way you talked about everything, made me think that you be like Kevin Costner in Waterworld, and you drink your own piss and be like, man, this is a fine wine with all the different electrolytes I need. Call this Gatorade. Call this Kanye Wade. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Kanye, that's your own urine. You are drinking your own urine right now. And everyone's trying to figure out, is he really drinking his own urine right now?
All I'm going to say is Jared right now sounds like he's brainstorming for dance acts.
Oh, he created some things for me to think about. Nigga talking some wild shit. Anyways, well that's our show.
That's the show, man.
Thank you for listening to our show. We will see you guys next time. Please keep checking out our YouTube and Instagram pages for more content.
Any IG model want to come over here and defend yourself to Aaron, please do.
Please do. There's several people that will get higher on the list. Just look for, look for me in your DMs.
Yeah. And we have a little parting song for Kanye West.
Sure enough. I used to work for the Pentagon. Now I help you to get your chicken on. And for a limited time only, order an 8-piece nappy meal and get a 32-ounce malt liquor absolutely free.
You be buying, yeah, we be frying. Shoutouts chicken, the best chicken love.
Leg wrapped in fire, sweet potato pie, General's fried chicken, General's fried chicken, it's butt kicking, General's fried, you know it tastes so good.
Introducing the Nappy Meal from GFC. This chicken is the bomb. At the General's, we do chicken right on.
Thank you for listening to High Schooler 510. Please subscribe to our Spotify page for more featured content.
I didn't mean to show you up back there. It's just, I feel like we really need to set the example for the other guys. It's gonna be tough, but I think Damien's gonna get some great shit out of us. Just wish I had a director like this on Jack.
On Jack? What? Jack, what you talking?
Simple Jack?
Oh, yeah. Simple Jack, yeah. You went all out on that one, huh? You did. Really swung for the fences, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, yeah. Yeah, it was an intense experience. You know, I just did the work. Watched a lot of retarded people. Spent time with them, observed them. Watched all the retarded stuff they did.
Then again, I always found mere observation in and of itself is a tad rudimentary. Sometimes we gotta dig deeper to mine the true emotional pay dirt. Thus we can diagram the source of the pain and then live it. You know.
Yeah, live it. Yeah, exactly. You know, there were times when I was doing Jack that I actually felt retarded, like really retarded.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
In a weird way, I had to sort of just free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb.
To be a moron.
Yeah.
To be moronical.
Exactly. To be a moron.
An imbecile.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
When I was playing the character.
When you was a character.
Yeah, I mean, as Jack, definitely.
Yeah. Jack. Stupid ass Jack.
By the end of the whole thing, I was like, wait a minute, you know? I flushed so much out, how am I gonna jumpstart it up again? It's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
You was farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was just really it was crazy.
It's like working with mercury. It's high science, man. It's art form.
Yeah.
You an artist.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats off for going there. Especially knowing how the Academy is about that shit.
Wait. About what?
You're serious? You don't know. Everybody knows you never go full retard.
What do you mean?
Check it out. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded. Not retarded. Count two picks, cheated cards. Autistic. Show. Not retarded. You got Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Slow, yes, retarded maybe, braces on his legs, but he charmed the pants off next to him and they won a ping pong competition. That ain't retarded. Peter Sellers being there. Infantile, yes, retarded, no. You went full retard, man. Never go full retard. You don't buy that? Ask Sean Penn, 2001, I am saying. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.